Right, I'm back talking about medication again, and there's a valid reason for it because I've just learned something and I want to pass it forward. First thing I'll say though and address is I know I look like shit. I had the worst night's sleep last night based off of what I'm going to talk about because I think I've figured out the cycle. Last night I was working my gig, I've come home, I've got into bed. I think I eventually sort of like closed my eyes and started to fall asleep around about 2:30. I then woke up at 4:30. 2 hours later. 2 hours later, I was then awake until 7 a.m, which is when I then was able to just sort of drift off again, and then I woke up at 11, which, you know, to most people that's lazy, but when you woke up at 4:30 and didn't go back to sleep till 7, you can piss off. So when I did wake up, I thought to myself, right, it's a lot later than normal for me taking my medication, and then I decided to jump on the old online and figure out if it's worth it, because I'm working a gig tonight as well, and I want to make sure that I don't like crash and burn, basically. This part is for those that are on Elvance or potentially stepping into it because, well, that's what I'm on, so this information applies a bit more that way. However, the things I'm about to say, they're very similar across the other ones as well. So the way Elvance works, and I've mentioned this before, it's a prolonged drug and it activates a particular way and it lasts roughly between 12 to 14 hours. Roughly. Now, because I've not had that much sleep, if I were to take the tablet so that I can focus and do this and do that and blah, 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 I would be screwing myself over without even realizing, and I've done this in the past, and I think this is where the cycles began. Because if you take the tablet too late, and you've had little to no sleep the night before, you're gonna ruin your sleep cycle as you keep going, and eventually it will lead to insomnia. So you know I've been moaning about the sleep that I've not been getting and all that shit? Well, I think that's my issue. I think when I've had bad night's sleep, I've woke up the next day, I've had my tablet at like whatever time, and it's obviously too late. And I think I've caused and triggered my own bullshit. And as much as I'm annoyed about it, I now feel like it's self-inflicted and I can't really get any sympathy or empathy from absolutely anybody. Not that I was asking for it in the first place, but yeah, if you are having bad sleep, and you decide when you do wake up at a later time than normal, don't take your medication. Or if you are going to take it, maybe take half of it or something, I don't know. But it could lead to insomnia, and we don't need that because we're borderline in have insomnia anyway. So yeah, just thought I'd pass that forward. Anyway, have a brilliant day. I need to get ready, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace.